Welcome to Computer Electronics. I have the 206 class as well as the 210 by Alfred Murphy. This is my final project called Operation Raspberry Pi Media Center. Here's the components that we have. Let's see, from left to right, a Raspberry Pi, a SD 8 gigabyte SD card, an HDMI cable, and a 4-port USB hub, and underneath it's a USB keyboard. And I almost forgot, here's the mouse. It's a Logitech G400. And this is the USB card reader that I use to format and write the files to. Basically, one end opens up and it's a male USB. The other is where you insert the card. It's pretty simple. So let's get started, and this is the software that I used it's going to write to the SD card. It's called Win32 Disk Imager. As you see, I downloaded it and just opened it up. Here's where I started up the software. Top right corner is basically where you select the drive, whereas it makes it a F drive, G, whatever it makes it. You select it and it'll pull out the image file. Next, the image file that we're going to download for this is the Wheezy Raspbian. And basically, it's like a OSI. It lets you be able to start up the Raspberry Pi. And now, as you can see, the USB becomes a G drive, and it's going to write it to that drive. This is the installer. And here it is saying it was installed. And now we can go ahead and set it up to connect it with the internet. If you don't hardwire it, it won't start. It starts and it just says trying to find network, 8 more seconds, restart or something like that. And it'll do this over and over unless you start the Raspberry Pi with it wired. Everything seemed good. The image was installed to the SD card, but wait, Houston, we might have a problem. The cable provided is HDMI to HDMI. My monitor only supports VGA and DVI. I have no adapters. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Supervon. Faster than a speeding bullet and more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound to the rescue. I came to Mr. Vaughn with my problem. The problem is basically I had 4 days to have this project completed, and it would take that long to at least buy one online and have it shipped. Asked him what I can do, and Mr. Vaughn came to the rescue. He had an HDMI to DVI converter, and he saved my project. So we connect this, and let's see what happens. Start it up, and here's what happened for the first time. First time I forgot the network cable, the Ethernet cable, and this is what happens. And as you can see on the bottom, wait 8 seconds for network interface. It basically does that over and over and over. You have to power down, reconnect the Ethernet. I had to also reset my cable modem. When I did that and restarted it, it starts up with logo for Raspberry Pi. And here's the installer, basically formatting for different partitions for the media center. Here it is updating the media center when installing it. It would go back and forth between different file systems, root, like this one's for the root. It'd go back and forth, and it took approximately a half hour to finally get everything updated and installed. And here's another updating, basically what it was going through for the entire time. Here's a different one. This one's adding different kernels to the OSI. And finally, I got a background. It started up, and this is the background for the media center. Started up, and first thing I looked at was add-ons for the media center. As you can see, um, the one I thought was really neat was the couch potato. Basically, you could set it up to record TV, to do your downloads, check for system updates, everything all set up within the program where you don't have to do anything. Other things were pretty neat. Also, is Facebook. It had a chat you can install. Um, Basically, it also had torrent files as well. And let's see what else. I tried to put it in Turlock, and it basically reset every time. I couldn't figure it out. Well, it has to be the nearest biggest city. I put it in Modesto, and it came up within seconds. Basically updated, and it gave me temperature 68 degrees. Obviously, it's kind of late at night. I'm still working on the project. Down below, it tells you the dew point, humidity. What was cut out was the wind, how many miles per hour, and which direction it was coming from. Over on the right was basically, you can set it like a forecast from 24 hours up to 10 days. I thought, well, let's see what I'd do if I did it to 10 days. Basically, took a few seconds, downloaded the information, and as you can see, it's cut off, but right next to the sun on the right side in the corner will tell you the temperature that it's supposed to be. So for next 2 days, approximately low 90s. I thought it was pretty neat that it came up and allowed me to see, if I wanted to plan something over the next week. And last but not least, for the people in 206 and 2010, I hope everyone gets their A plus certification. Test out's really good. I like it how it's hands-on, allows you to try different things, and hopefully everybody gets their A plus certification. And a big thanks to Mr. Vaughn. Thank you.